He wants smoke. I'll bring the matches.
When it comes to pop culture and fun, we're the whole meal. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's Tuesday. We are still at the beginning of the week, but you know what? I'm excited about it. I'm excited and I'm happy about it because I get to talk to Claudia, Jordan, and Headkrack. How we doing tonight?
What's up, y'all?
In the Zen zone. Like, I look forward to this. Like, you know, when you get to go outside for recess when you're at school, like this is my playtime.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a throwback person. I just had a Flintstone vitamins. As an adult, they're so good.
Yo.
I can eat as many as I want to.
And that's the dope part because, like, yeah, because that's dosed for children. So if you want to double up, triple up, quadruple up, that's on you. You're going to be full with iron and niacin.
Wait, are the shapes the same? Did you have like a little brontosaurus or something?
They are shaped the same. Let me eat another one. They're exactly the same.
Yeah, that's like one of the most consistent things in, like, you know, like vitamin and culinary history.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know? That's Orange Barney, I think, right there.
This one's Fred. Oh, wait, Fred or Barney. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Barney was like the
looked at them
one.
Before.
Oh, you just go for it? Just like, your mom.
Okay, hold on, Claudia. We know how you feel about kids. How did you wind up with some Flintstones vitamins?
How do you think I got the vitamin?
They belong to a child.
Yes. I'm knocking on my door.
Can you imagine some kid is like, no, mommy, you don't understand. She comes out at night and she takes my vitamins and there's a Claudia Jordan under the bed haunting the kid.
That could be a movie.
Yeah, if we ramp it up, like, hey man, if you don't go to sleep by a certain time, a woman in a black hood will show up. It's like a new urban legend. You know what I mean?
I like it. I like where this is going.
That's so funny.
All right, let's get into the show. We have a lot of show today. Mike Epps is sorry. For what you ask? Well, during a stop on his tour, We the Ones, Mike had some words for Nicki Minaj about messing with Trump. And then after some reflection, he apologized. Let's check out the joke in his apology.
I was out there getting a train ran on about Donald Trump now. They got it on there getting everything. Jumped on Donald Trump's side trying to get a free card, and the card wasn't even real. You ain't going nowhere. Get on back over there. Shut up. I don't give a about you, Nicky, man. I don't give a about nothing. I'm just up here telling jokes. I don't really know what I'm talking about either.
I say stuff and do stuff, and then I go to bed, wake up the next morning, and he done prayed on it, thought about it. Just want to apologize to you, Nicki Minaj, for saying the stuff that I said. Want to apologize to your husband, your kids, all of that, for saying what I said. I'm a comedian. Sometimes I get on that stage, I have a little drink, and I go wild. You know what I mean? I'm non-filtered, so just want to apologize to you. Not explaining myself, but I am Mr. Accountability. I love apologizing. Something a lot of people don't know how to do. Apologize to you, Nicki.
All right, as a comedian, was Mike right to apologize, or you think he felt pressure to make nice? And chat, vote on our poll. Did Mike Epps' joke about Nicki Minaj go too far? Fellas, what say you?
I mean, I think the hardest thing to do sometimes when you have a microphone in front of you is to say a thing and then come back and retract the thing you say. So, like, you know, big ups to him for, you know, having the cojones to come back and be like, yo, my bad. Because at first I was thinking, oh, man, them barbs must have got that number and doxed him. But I do understand the thing about clarity and looking at something, you know, later and be like, damn, maybe I went a little too heavy handed. And, you know, and whether he came to that realization on his own or he felt a little pressure from people in the comments in the chat, the fact that he apologized is, you know, kudos to that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he apologized, and he's absolutely right, and you're absolutely right, HK. It's like there's a lot of people who like will say something into this thing, and they stand 10 toes down just because they said it, and they can't be seen backtracking at all. And so I do respect him for being a full-grown adult man and saying a lot of people don't apologize. He's 100% right on about that. But also, he was just up there joking about Nicki Minaj in a train with Trump. Like, what are we like? I guess that passes for comedy. Like, people laughed. But that's about, you know, come on, that's about as fish in a barrel, low level joke as you could possibly get. I do understand him apologizing. I was trying to remember at the top of this story, weren't we talking about him squashing a beef with somebody just like 2 or 3 months ago? What, do you guys
Maybe
remember?
Kevin Hart? Because I know they were going at it for a pocket of time, and Shannon Sharp, I guess, too.
Him and Shannon, for some reason, I think it's like him and Shannon squashed it out. And I feel like that was the thing I was thinking about is like, okay, maybe that moment, because I think he fired some shots at Shannon, and I think Shannon fired some shots at him, and then they sat down and they like talked it out, and they didn't, have any beef or whatever. And I thought, okay, well, maybe this is the way Mr. Epps is like moving in this part of his life, which I do respect.
I'm glad he apologized. Listen, I am not a fan of Nicki's antics lately. I think she's a great rapper, but what she's been doing on the political side, I don't like. But I think these jokes were not funny. When I heard them, I'm like, oh, come on, they were lazy. In no world do we think that Trump is running a train on Nicki Minaj. Not physically, mentally maybe, but not physically.
She's way too old for him.
Exactly. Exactly. And again, I when Mike was saying it, I was cringing like, dude, that was like, it was like low hanging fruit. It wasn't funny. He's way too clever and too good of a comedian to like make jokes like this. And I'm glad at the end of the day he did apologize to her and her husband. Now that doesn't mean he has to agree with what she's on. And I hope he doesn't like, change his stance as far as agreeing or disagreeing with her. But like, it's good to know that when you go too far, you can take accountability and be like, hey, my bad, I went too far. It did sound like more like a drunk kind of rant than a comedy routine that he actually put time into. It did not seem like that was a joke that was thought out at all.
I could tell how his shirt was positioned that he was working loose that night. The guy who apologized was a more gathered individual than the person that we saw on stage. I ain't never seen him wolf out like that with the beard. I'm like, damn, they about to bring back Sanford and Son, but no.
It's the biggest one in the world, Elizabeth. Okay, so it's here's the thing: here's what I will back up a comic who makes an intelligent joke and they stand 10 toes down on that joke. I'll back you up for that. But if you're out here like saying stuff like so and so ran a train on somebody, like that's just embarrassing. And sure, people were laughing about it, but it's like that's not a well thought out bit. That's not a thing that you put some work into, And so like apologizing for that, okay, but like. I don't think all of comedians need to apologize for all their hard jokes either.
Don't you think jokes are funny when they're kind of true? You know what I mean? We like, oh, he said it, but no. She held his hand, which was enough.
Yeah.
It may have felt like a train. No.
A policy train. Choo choos. Yeah. Okay.
Nicki's innocent in that regard.
Yeah. That's true. Okay, so 50 Cent, our boy 50, has got a PSA for New York City rappers, and he wants them to stop podcasting and make some music. 50 said New York City hip-hop is in a bad space because of podcasts. In a recent interview, he said, and I wish I had, HK's got that killer, I can't do it.
You want me to do it for you?
Yeah, do it.
New York City is turning into a podcast. The whole effing New York hip-hop is turning into a podcast. There ain't gonna be nobody for them to interview because they're all podcasters. They all gotta go to everyone else, man, to get their talk on, man, and interview each other because that much of it is turning into that. So now, do I respect them as journalists or do I respect them as artists? G-Unit.
Yeah, that's so. Here's the thing: some of the New York City rappers, some of the NYC rappers that got podcasts. Talk about Joe Budden, Fat Joe, Jada, Mano, Jim Jones, Davies, and Fabulous. Is 50 right? Are we journalists? Are we podcasters? Are we rappers?
I don't blame them. There's not much money in music like there used to be, and there's a lot of money in podcasting. And let's be real, it's not like we were all waiting with bated breath on Joe Budden's new album. And some of these others haven't really been in the studio for a long time anyways. Jim Jones, Fabulous kind of. But a lot of these are older rappers that haven't really been as active as they once were. Headkrack, please correct me if I'm wrong. So it seems like a natural next step to get into once you're kind of like not really in the studio like that.
Yeah,
and 50, I'm sorry, just real quick, to say that, someone shouldn't go on to another area. You left hip hop and went on to become a fantastic executive producer and creator of new TV shows. I think there's nothing wrong with like going to a different space.
Yeah, it's wild when somebody who is like really successful tell somebody what they should do for a living. Because listen, not everybody has the Stars deal, the ABC deal, the Vitamin Water deal. Fat Joe has figured it out musically for like damn near 3 decades. But damn, at some point your luck runs out. And now him and Jadakiss got this deal with Netflix for their podcast. And it's working for them. And you don't got to go on tour 200 days out of the year to make that money because streaming is garbage. Joseph Button, he retired a long time ago before he even got his podcast. And the first time I ever heard him filling in on Hot 97 in New York in the morning, I was like, this dude should be doing radio. But he decided to take the bull by the horns and do his own thing. So for certain people it worked and some people are doing it out of desperation. I do want a new Fabulous album. It's been far too long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, freaking A. I feel like you guys killed it. I don't even have a whole lot to add to that. It is funny. Like, I like the beefs that are coming up in podcasts and some of these interviews that these guys got going on. Like, I appreciate it. But it's like, it's almost shocking that 50 hasn't had a podcast. Like, he has filled up podcasts with his trolling. And so for him to come around and talk about, hey, get in the studio or get off the podcast, I almost feel like he's filling that content with that. Like, he's become a professional troll artist.
It's such a tricky dynamic too, because like sometimes artists' magic is their mystique, and you kind of need them to say less. Yeah. Because there's some people, if you let them talk for too long, you'd be like, this person's a damn idiot. And you don't want to hear them talk. But I definitely would be here for a 50 Cent podcast, totally. Because like I know it would be, he'd probably hit you with like a 10-piece, like 10 episodes, then take like 6 months off and then do another 10.
Right,
like,
yeah, he
do
like
it right.
Actual seasons.
I'd like to see him host a show like maybe the hip hop urban version of like ridiculousness. I don't know. He's something pranks, video caught on tape. He's just funny. He's funny.
Well,
imagine him hosting Cheaters.
Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah, we got 21 questions for you. All right, well, fans online have a lot to say after a recent meet and greets that have popped off. And now Summer Walker is in the crosshairs, and she says she suffers from social anxiety. But some folks feel that is not an excuse for her standoffishness. Now, here's some of her interactions from a recent in-store at DBS Sounds. Check it out. No eye contact. Wow. Yeah. They're just there for the moment. You would have been better with a cardboard cutout, fam.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, she even went online to discuss an awkward exchange that she had with a fan that wanted her to do a TikTok dance. We'll hit you with that video in a little bit. But, certain people she gave it up for. And, like, as a person who doesn't suffer from social anxiety and thrives on being around people, I don't know how that feels to clam up when people are around. But I know some people are doing that. So understanding the psychology of it, you were lucky that she was there, but sometimes it's just better to be like, yo, I ain't doing it.
Yeah, the girl came up to me and she was like, do the dance. Oh, I can't even do the dance because I'm 29, babe. I wear many hats. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm a full-blown singer. I'm planning tours, I'm writing songs, I'm dropping albums, I'm doing content, I'm doing a lot of things. I'm gonna tell you one thing that I don't know is them TikTok dances. I didn't know what she was doing. All I could do was smile and wave. I was trying to be nice. I said, to this day, I don't know what the dance is. Titi don't know. I don't know. I don't watch TikTok dances.
Same, sis. Same. Mm-hmm. Now, we all know Chris Brown and Sexy Red meet and greets go a little crazy, but they're a very special case. So if a fan, if you went to go pull up on your favorite artist, even if you paid for the meet and greet, should they, be giving up the goods? Or, should they be like Summer Walker and just be like, hey, you're going to get what you get and don't throw a fit?
When you do a meet and greet, you're paying to meet them and get a picture with them. That's it. There's no TikTok dances, talking to your mom on the phone. All that stuff is extra if they feel like it. And they shouldn't be demonized and villainized if they don't do all those things. Like they have to go and do this with like hundreds of people sometimes, or at least like 50. So like there's a lot of people they gotta like, and being up for when y'all are out and you get recognized, every single person you have to be up and be happy and be like, oh yeah, oh my God. That is draining doing it with like one or two people. Imagine a long line of people after you performed or before you go on stage and perform. That's a lot.
Okay. Yes, you're absolutely right. 100%. But what is Summer Walker charging per person? They look like they might have got 20, 30 seconds each, maybe something, you know. So $50, is that crazy? Is that a
Well,
crazy amount?
let me frame this a little differently. So this wasn't like an after show meet and greet. So there's this record company in a record store
by
rather in
itself?
Atlanta. DBS Sounds. Like if you purchase a item from like that artist or whatever, you can get the picture and photo op. Cardi B did it and they was there all night. I think they're still there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it wasn't like, you know, like, hey, $100 for this photo opportunity. Like, hey, you buy the vinyl, buy the CD or any other like Summer Walker thing, and you know, you'll get the interaction or whatever. That's typically how those go.
Okay. Let me just throw what I was about to say into the trash. Because if you are not paying any extra to meet and greet me, that's what you're going to get. You might as well stand up the wax statue. You might as well stand up the cardboard figure. You would have a better time with them. If I'm just sitting here, you're just buying my regular album, I might not do as much as Summer Walker is doing. Now, I do think at some of these concerts, people are paying, a good coin to meet Chris Brown and meet Sexy Red, and they put out for these people, and they earn every single dime. That's crazy. It's crazy. I would not want to meet my idol like this, though.
Yeah, like you'll get like a damn Sexy Red imprint on your lap if you get close enough. Like they will, you know what I'm saying? Like you're definitely getting your money's worth when you go see her and Chris Brown, and hopefully that's the new standard. Because I remember one time I went to go, I stood in line, and this was like when Lil' Kim dropped her second album. And this is like before the era of the good phones that were digital. You had one shot on that throwaway disposable camera. And when they took that picture, she was looking to the south. No eye contact whatsoever. And it wasn't like she was rude or standoffish or anything, but that was just the moment that the camera caught. And it's like, damn, there go my Lil' Kim picture. And I could use AI to make it better, though. I'm gonna do that.
You can turn her head now.
And I'm gonna post it tonight after the show. I'm gonna post it
There
before
we go. You're the AI champ too.
I'm gonna fix it.
That stuff is exhausting though. Like talking to people is exhausting. Especially people like you, like telling you a life story. Oh, do you remember I saw you at a concert 14 years ago? You looked at me in the audience. Remember I had the red shirt on? You don't remember? And then you're like, yeah, sure.
That's kind of a nightmare scenario to just sit there and one person after another who they just bought your album and they didn't pay not one dime extra, and you get and like take your photos. Oh God.
Lunel did a lot of meet and greets, and she ended up getting really sick from people. Like they have stuff on that she'd be allergic to. I think she caught COVID one time.
Oh God.
Yeah, like, okay. All right, there's a new sport called Run Straight where you run full speed towards another opponent. Kev on stage saw this and he has some thoughts. Let's see what this sport is about in Kev's take.
There are so many things I don't want to do in this world, but at the very high list is run full speed into someone of Polynesian descent. You running into someone from American Samoa, somebody from Tonga, Hawaii, brother. Also, the American healthcare system ain't strong enough for this to be a sport. And I'm a little guilty. You know, you think of like Gladiator, the movie, like people will watch spectacle for sport. I'm really no different because like I didn't pay for this, but I'm intrigued. I know I could never do it, but depending on the price, I might go, even though I can't go because I don't want to see people just get CTE in real time. Like that brain is Jamba Juice. But if it was like $7.50, I might go.
Okay. HK, Tanner, are you beautiful this sport or do you agree with Kev? Which we haven't seen a lot of him lately.
He's everywhere. Kev is everywhere.
Yeah. Kev online. Absolutely not. You're never, ever going to see me doing something like this. Now, I did do this one time in one of those big bouncy ball things that you can get into. I don't know if you ever seen those or sometimes like it's the whole thing. Me and a buddy did line up and pull this off, but but you bounce. That's the whole thing. This just feels like, hold on a second. Unique differences. Tanner is giving high school football coach. That's hilarious.
Wait, how much do you win? Arlene?
How much? I weigh about $180 right now.
Now, how much do you win?
$40,000.
Oh, you can win $40K
with your solid frame and low center of gravity. You could excel in this sport. Like that whole sweep the leg Johnny of it all. You know what I'm saying? Like dip low. You know what I'm saying? Because like most of the people are big and upright. But if you go low, and just keep yourself stout like Ram Man from He-Man, like you're knocking them down.
I feel like I might walk in there and roll out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like in a chair. I don't know that this is for me. Headkrack, could you do this? You got in the ring.
I am built for everything. However, if I did this sport, I would probably win and then die in my sleep at night. Like, but this sport isn't for everybody. I do have some sports ideas if you would allow me to pitch them. Do we have time? I think we have less than a minute.
Well, yeah.
Sure.
Can I give you two? All right, so I'm gonna give you the light one and the dark one. So I got an idea for a sport called baseball 2, not the number 2, but TOO. When the batter hits the ball, they get to take the bat with them and take it with them on all the bases. Everybody on the bases have like armor to kind of protect themselves, like football, and it makes it more of like a defense-offense kind of sport. You know what I'm saying? I think that would make it interesting because baseball is boring. My second sport.
Wait. So you can like hit the first baseman.
Like you can use the bat as like a jousting thing.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm running up like a joust. Like you're about to have,
You can't like.
Would this be a kid sport? Because if so, sign me up.
Damn, like adults versus kids. Yeah, like you got to hold the bat like you're like not like a Korean store owner. You know what I'm saying? Well, like get out, but like more like jousty, right? My second sport, don't have a name for it, but you take the corpses of deceased evil people and you put them like on a little padding thing. And similar to this sport, you run at each other in full speed and see like which body holds up.
Wait a minute. When did you think about this?
The other day.
Are you just talking about smashing dead bodies together?
Yeah, like I was thinking about my hatred for Ronald Reagan and eventually the person that's in office now, like, when they go, like, what I'm saying? Like, wow, what if we jousted them in that way? Yeah. Oh, it's called Dead Man's Joust. That's where we go. I started in there. Thank you.
I would watch some corpse catapulting, like to see what stays together and what doesn't. That could be fun.
I would bet on that on Kalshi.
Yeah. Wow.
I thought I was dark.
Okay, all right, chat. Let us know. Let us know what you're thinking. I'm looking at the comments. We got to take a quick break, but up next, Ja Rule's. Listen, Ja Rule. I don't know if y'all seen this clip or not yet. It's amazing. Ja Rule beefs with Tony Yayo on a plane. Glorilla claps back at her sister Brorilla. That's a wild one. And Leland Rokon talks about being 90s fine. All that in 2 minutes.
Like, what if you had Jim Baker? Welcome back. Our girl Gloria Hallelujah Woods, better known as Glorilla, has finally stepped into the online ring to defend herself against her sister's claims. Now, if you remember, her sister got online claiming Glow don't take care of them financially because they're adults. Has her mother working and the rest of them struggling, but Glorilla brought the only two people who could clear this thing up to the front. It was her mom and dad. Take a look.
That was in and out of Fox Curry every other month because she couldn't get us to say that you was abusing us. We stayed with you. She was the one going our whole life because she called the police on you just because she got a whooping. Everybody get a whooping, but we ain't gonna call DCS on our mama because we getting whoopings. Like I said, I don't like y'all being in the public because, like I said, you gonna do stuff like go work because you still want to. So it ain't no point of like. That's why I ain't want you. My mama begged me to put statements out to take her side, and no, she don't got to do that. $200 a week.
She didn't know we were working at first. And when I couldn't give her the money, I did, and I said, well, I'm working. She said, you working? So that made her think that I was struggling.
Whatever happened in the Woods family ain't none of y'all goddamn business. That's my business. All them my children. Victoria needs her mother. She know better.
Better worry how I treat you.
Man, look, you have been outstanding. I could never pay you back for all the shit. I don't know count.
Is her father Cedric the Entertainer? Anyway, her sister Victoria, who folks are calling Glorilla, quickly hopped online threatening to drop receipts that mom and dad were lying.
So y'all want to get on this and lie for Gloria? Now, since my mama want to get in this, I'm finna send this group message of her sitting here talking about Gloria don't f*** and she ain't gave for me. And my dad is a broke-ass trick over there who can't even afford to put gas in his motherfucking thing. So now, all the family business finna get out.
There's no question who the favorite child is, right? Like between the Glow and the Bro, right?
Yeah. It's hard to understand some of. It was hard for me to understand.
Little subtitle, closed caption.
I need that. I was like, what?
Yeah. Now I've been listening to Glorilla enough to where like I don't need it as much as I used to. Curbin on Curbin. It's gotten better. But yeah, that Glorilla, yeah, I still need the little bouncing ball. Like what's going on?
I love Glorilla. I think she's had an amazing year, amazing couple of years. She's fun, cool, relevant, popping. Love her music. I don't think parents would get online and lie like that for their daughter, right? Like, why would they do that? Tana, what you think?
No, I hate it. I hate it so much, and I'm sorry about Glorilla. I'm sorry about Victoria. Clearly, she had a different experience. Her life has gone a different route, and she feels a certain way about it. It's hard. It would be hard to look at your sister who's becoming like an international star and not feel like you could have been on a similar sort of path. And so when you are not on that path, I see it. I see a person who's upset about a lot of things and they start taking shots at everyone close to them. And my heart breaks for her, but this isn't going to help it.
And I also think statistically too, that, the earlier kids get read to more than the later kids. And it's those little nuggets of TLC that can prevent your child from making forest fires and doing stuff online. I see the trajectory going from like some level of Love and Hip Hop or maybe Baddies Memphis or something. I actually saw she has a booking in Atlanta. Like if it's not tonight, it's sometime this week. So like, this stuff she's doing is starting to create a bag for her, but like at the end of the day,
Glorilla
out of it. Yeah, Glorilla, yeah.
Glorilla should like get in the studio and be a rapper now. Might as well. Got all
Drop
his
that
attention.
track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like why drag everybody else into it when your issue is I mean, it seems like jealousy. It seems like outright jealousy and entitlement.
They said her sister was previously, Glorilla was previously institutionalized at a mental hospital and may allegedly suffer from mental health issues. So,
yeah. Well, and the other thing is, there's a whole strategy that people will play when they're just trying to get that follower count up. And that is to start drama with somebody who's got a whole lot more followers than them, right? Like if I can get a few people coming to my page and a few more people following me, then suddenly my reach and my platform grows. And as your platform grows, you get access to things that you didn't have before. And so, I mean, freaking was it Bad Baby like dropped the whole rap album after Cash Me Outside? How about that? And so it's like, the drama, being able to drum up drama in the public eye has been so profitable for so many people in the past. And I don't know if this is like her plan, but like you said, HK, if she's got bookings now where people could come see her, come be at the club where she's at, it's the next thing around the corner.
Rewarding bad behavior.
Yeah.
All right, fasten your seatbelts because this flight came with in-flight entertainment nobody asked for. So on a flight from San Francisco to New York, Rule and Tony Yayo, member of G-Unit, took their long-running beef to 30,000 feet. The two got into a heated exchange that escalated quickly. Now, Rule later claimed he made a comment about the guy.
Suck it. Let's shake. Let's shake. Let's shake. Let's shake.
Okay, now Rule later claimed he made a comment about the guy sitting behind him, which set things off, saying he threw the pillow because they were soft. Now, Ja has since laughed the whole thing off on social media, calling it hilarious, while 50 Cent, never one to miss a moment, jumped in to troll his longtime rival. Ja's 49 and Tony's 47. Will this beef ever end? And why are we fighting in good first-class seats? Those are the good little pods that you can just like those pods.
I mean, when you get up there in age, the real fight is against osteoporosis and memory loss. Like certain beefs you gotta leave in your early 40s, man. Like, what are we doing? Like you about to fight in the friendly skies, and when you look at the extended version of the video, Rule was ready for all of the smoke between both of those guys. Because like if you see the short snippet version, which we played a slightly longer than the snippet that they released, it seemed like they kind of punked him. But when you see like the long one, either he was doing the thing where like, I'll kill y'all right now, like looking around hoping that someone breaks it up, or he was really ready to bang in that moment. You know what I mean? But like, I just feel like after, like when people come at you for long enough, you get to a point where you're like, all right, Biff, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just found it comical. I just found it outright comical that we're talking about some men who are ready for their AARP discounts, some people who are getting ready to order off that senior citizen section of the menu, talking about how they're going to beat each other up on the plane. On the plane? Really?
Passenger
it would be
57.
different if somebody's like out in the street and like, oh, they got their piece on them or whatever it is. No, we know all of you just walked through security. You've all been cleared and checked, and now you're on this plane and just going to cause some drama for everybody else. Like, it's so petty. It's so petty and silly to see old men argue like this.
Is there anybody in your lives that you would like, okay, I would fight that person? Like one person?
I got one.
You have one? Okay.
Yeah.
So if you saw said person on the flight, I mean, could there be a world where you would argue with them or?
Nah, like the thing is, man, I close my eyes and let God get them, and it works every time. Like all my foes are suffering.
Yeah.
Long and slow.
Yeah, I would never do anything. It would never be on plane in a public, like over some, how many years ago? And what are we even talking about anymore? You know, like something over 20 years ago? Did somebody sleep with your mom? Did they steal your wife? Like, I don't even remember why they're beefing originally.
Because Rule stabbed 50.
Okay.
But this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good reason.
Yeah. But Uncle Murder wasn't even around. And and now Uncle Murder doesn't look as dangerous as he looked 10 years ago. Like, he's like, Grandpa Murder now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this what we want to do?
Well, and my thing too is like when I was looking at it earlier, didn't Rule say that he got back on the plane? Wasn't that Rule's whole side of it? He's like that he did end up on the plane and everything was fine. Wasn't that a part of his tweet stuff? Also, to brag about throwing a pillow at somebody because you think they're soft is silly.
They deplaned him and then he got back on. I think he was.
He got back on the plane. This is why I think this stuff. This is the stuff that just like. I just think it's so. I think it's all this. I think so many people got so much of this because why aren't we looking at footage of them fighting in the terminal when they got off the plane?
Let me tell you something. I don't know if y'all tried to swing at anybody recently or thought about it. I mean, I swing a golf club, and if I miss, my back hurts for a good 3-4 days. Neither one of these men, let's be very clear.
I would like to see them do that sport where they run at each other in full speed. And see what's
the straight line. It just sounds like crunch, like everything breaks. All right, here we go. Before filters, fillers, and face tuning, there was 90s fine. And according to actress Layla Rashawn, the era of beauty can't be recreated. Layla sparked conversation after opening up about what it meant to be 90s fine and how she sees a clear difference between her era and the beauty standards of today.
Refer to you, Leela, as 90s fine on the red carpet. 90s fine. What does that mean to you?
90s fine. It's funny that they say that because I think what it was.
Okay.
Was we didn't have lace wigs.
Right.
We didn't have the lashes, the snuffleupagus lashes. We didn't have
snuffleupagus.
Right. We didn't have that. We didn't have BBL, whatever that is. We didn't have none of that. So you had to work with what you had.
That's true.
And I think that's what made everybody unique and different because it was what you had.
It was what you had. And I remember 90s fine because it was like our own hair. You put in the rollers and rolled it up in a curling iron.
Yes.
It was just like, and I remember like a brown lip gloss.
Just a little bit of makeup, show the freckles, let it loose. But now, I mean, they putting a lot on. They got Instagram tutorials.
I know.
And like, I can't even do my own makeup right. And I'm like, but
everything's filtered now.
Filtered.
Kind of like, I think a lot of people look the same.
Everybody looks the same.
Yeah.
Everybody is a copy of somebody else. Well, we were all different, right?
Absolutely.
Copies on copies. Leela sure as hell is not wrong about that. Now, some people online agree the 90s fine was effortless and authentic. Other people say beauty evolves. Every generation changes. So what do you think? Is the reason that 90s women and men don't exist anymore is because attractive now includes filters and fillers and all of this other stuff?
Filters definitely mess up the game. And because now people think they need to look like the filter in real life. So the only way to do that is to smooth out the lines and go get fillers put in and then tighten it up and get a facelift. And then your facelift is going to look like her facelift. And I think there was a time where everyone tried to look like Kim Kardashian. Everyone has the long wavy weave or wig, the lashes, the strong eyebrows, the highlight here. It's the same. Everyone looks exactly the same. When I used to go to, real quick, the auditions back for the music videos, when I first got to LA, 96, 97, 98, I would be like, oh my God, everyone's so beautiful. And everyone was so different and uniquely. No one was trying to look like each other. It was a beautiful time to be around. Everybody was just had their own unique look. Now everybody looks the same.
Yeah, same doctors, same hair care and face routine. But man, there was something to that, man. When you think about people like Regina Hall, who we started paying attention to in the 90s. She still is 90s fine. Jasmine Guy, they don't give her the love she deserves. Tempest Bledsoe. I don't know what she looks like today, but she was Punky Brewster's friend Sherry.
I love her.
Who would rock that headband. She still look like that today. Nia Long is out here, looking like she's reading the last line on the eye exam.
This was like decades before women, and I'm sure some men will go to the doctor and say like, "Oh, I want the kind of nose that Claudia Jordan has. Let me get that kind of nose, and then I want the kind of lip that this other woman has." And they would just go to that doctor and be like, "Yo, give me a lip number 3 over here. Can I get lip number 3?" And that's what they do now.
Why they not buying your nose?
Sometimes it gives Beavis and Butthead a little bit.
No, I've never seen you hold your face like that. You got a cool nose. It's aerodynamic. You know what I'm saying?
It gets witchy sometimes, but it's it's my nose. I don't have a fake nose. I mean, I guess I could. One time I was in the middle of taking pictures, and while I was modeling, this photographer in Florida, he's like, you'd be really hot if you get a nose job. I'm like, damn, how am I supposed to finish the shoot now?
Don't tell somebody that in the middle of the shoot.
That's crazy.
Shoot, bastard.
Oh
my God. Plastic surgeons call me right now trying to get me to get surgery. Look, I'm serious. Goals, plastic surgery. What? Are you listening to the show?
We'll all be inspired on that. Listen, we're going to be back in 2 minutes in 2B Tuesday, and it's Chipotle now only for the rich? We'll discuss in 2 minutes. That's wild. In the middle.
Welcome back, hey y'all. It's time for Tubi Tuesday, where we find the most viral scenes from Tubi movies so you don't have to. All right, today's flick, Devil's Kiss. The crime drama follows two sister assassins who are on the run after assassinating the brother of a feared crime boss. Check it out.
You know, Dee told me all about you diabolical hoes. He did. You know what I gotta say about that? The both you could eat it. You know what else? Maybe, just maybe, if Drell would have minded his mother business and kept your off his face, he would have seen all this coming.
Dad, you can't have one good leg and loose lips.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
People stroke.
The silencer with the delay.
I'm watching this tonight. Devil's Kiss. I'm writing this down. I love these. I'm with these movies. I like these kind of movies, y'all. It's my favorite.
Did he have a bad leg? Is that why he couldn't have a bad leg and loose lips?
I believe so. Devil's Kiss. That's what it's called, right?
Wow.
And the crazy thing is, we said she assassinated that man. That looked like just a regular killing. Important people get assassinated. I don't think he was like the Manuel Noriega of his drug operation, even though he was only the brother. But I digress. Man,
wild.
Whoa, yeah.
I feel like when she was shooting the gun, there was somebody over in the corner of the apartment flicking the lights on and off.
Yeah. As someone who had to shoot people in movies, I'm appalled at this lazy level of special effects. I mean, at least like make it like within a second or two. You know what I mean? Like the time delay was just so long, and my movies would never.
It's hard to get it that wrong. You have to work to get it that far off.
I think they might have been editing the film on their phone on CapCut.
That's possible.
With it paired to the car on Bluetooth, because sometimes there's a little bit of a delay on the sound when you're doing it on Bluetooth, because that's the only thing that makes sense. And she wasn't even holding the gun at the adequate height to clap that man on the couch. Like, I thought she was shooting the man behind him or something like that. But maybe the bullets like went around, and then I don't even know.
I think the delay, while it was delaying and the shot was on her and the sound, makeup went over there and put the splatter on his chest. And then when they cut to him, he was done. I think it took like the time that they delayed the gun.
I like how he didn't scream and he wasn't like, no, like nothing. He just like took it silently. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to watch this movie and give you guys a review.
Cool. Devil's Kiss.
You just stream it while you're watching it, so like we can like kind of like mystery science theater, just like commentary in real time. Like
I might do it. It looks like a good film.
Little screening night. Okay, moving on. Speaking of crime bosses, you'd almost have to become one to afford what Chipotle is cooking up. All right, this is very interesting. An earnings call went viral after the Chipotle CEO, a guy named Scott Boatwright, which is a very Caucasian name, he revealed how much money their core customers make a year. We're going to take a listen. Disclaimer here. If you eat one burrito bowl in 2-day installments, this is not for you.
Percent of our core users are over $100,000 a year in income, in average household income. That gives us confidence that we can lean into that group in a more meaningful way, whether it's the solo occasion and or group occasions, to really drive meaningful transaction performance in the year.
So basically, Chipotle is trying to lean into this core consumer crowd, and they say that these are younger, digital-oriented, high-earning customers who love clean eating. This is basically corporate talk for, we're about to start charging y'all more. What do you think?
I just need your vinaigrette. Everything else I could replicate at my house at this point, because like I did notice the increase in price. Like I started hating Chipotle the second they made it really complicated for me to get a quesadilla the way I want it, because I didn't order it on the app. Man, I will smack a Chipotle employee.
I just don't know like how much money is enough for these assholes at the top.
It's never enough.
Because it's never the employees are not going to get paid more money. No. It's one person, a couple shareholders at the very top. Everybody else is struggling.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, the parent company of Chipotle is McDonald's or whatever, like McDonald's holding parent company is. Oh, someone's telling me it was. I don't know. Maybe might not currently be.
It was a short period of time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised. It's messed up. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Claudia.
No, I keep my Tourette's. Go ahead, please.
No, I mean, it's like you can't hardly get a lunch for a full lunch. I'm talking about a meal, a drink, and like a little chips or whatever it is here in Atlanta for less than $20. If you're now, you could get it in a drive-through, like a regular day. You know, you can go through a drive-through and get it. But I like Chipotle, and I'm blown away by how much it costs these days.
Yeah, I miss OG Chipotle because I'm a day oneer, right? I remember when the Chipotle burrito was the size of a small baby, a newborn, if you will, and you would eat it slowly over 2 days, like you was on Epstein Island. And I just, at some point, the shrinkflation of it all just kind of took over, and the burritos got smaller. And they think we didn't notice, but guess what? My back used to be bigger, and I noticed.
I know that Chipotle was cooked when they started putting less salt on the chips. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, there used to be so much salt on those chips. You're like, oh, these are delicious. And you were addicted. And then over time, they're like, we can do a little less salt and save some of our salt budget.
Yeah, start cooking at home. I'm so sick of these people and their trickery and their nonsense. And we don't really know what we're eating and all this stuff. Dale, sidebar, do you really think that McDonald's is using hamburger? There are theories about what they are using in their meat. But I'm just saying, like, are there really 100 trillion cows out there?
I've gone down this rabbit hole, and I think like drug dealers and the cocaine, I think they're stepping on it. Like maybe it's mostly beef, and maybe some of it is beef with one F.
It's beef adjacent.
Or what beef with one E. It's biff.
It was crazy just a couple years. Somebody in the comments talking about, I do like Taco Bell. I do remember just a couple years ago when Taco Bell was like, they had to like make a whole lawsuit about it. And they were like, no, most of our beef is beef. As if that was the mic drop moment, that most of it was beef.
They were found, wasn't it horse meat? They found horse meat in there?
I don't know that it was horse meat, but I know that McDonald's, when I found out that McDonald's had pink goo and that's what they turned into the chicken nuggets, that's where I had to draw the line.
Yeah. It's like when you watch hot dogs get made. If you watch chicken McNuggets get made, you're going to be like, yeah, I'm just going to kill my own food.
Yeah.
Never. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, when we come back from break, we're going to let y'all shine in the chat and we'll throw this out there. What's a fast food place you cool on never eating at again? Ooh. We'll talk to y'all coming up in 2 minutes. welcome back, man. We looking at y'all in the comments, and we're talking about just different places that y'all said that you would never eat at again. We can't necessarily say that because we're trying to get sponsors still. So we're talking about what y'all said that y'all wouldn't eat anymore. Angela P 4410 said Taco Bell had sand in it, I think. There's one way to stretch the ground beef.
Oh, somebody talking about Tanner hasn't McDonald's in over a decade net. Okay, now I am going to say this. I am the world's #1 McDonald's hater. But, guys, I will have a McGriddle. I will have a McGriddle. The McGriddle's good. I don't know why no one else can make that magic, but that McGriddle is so good.
Their breakfast is good. I like their pancakes and hotcakes and sausage with the orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
But the hamburgers, that pink sludge, man.
Yo, and then when you think about like the things that they made that were amazing, that like it required no brains to do, like the McShaker was the greatest thing you ever did, McDonald's, because you understood the assignment. People in their cars and they want a salad and they want it in a cup and they want to dump the little sauce in it and they shake it. Now I got to make my own McShakers out of mason jars and salad that I just throw in there violently because I'm mad that I had to make my own salad. Like, why did y'all take that away? Why? And the fried apple pie. That was good.
Yo, do you want to hear the truth? Do you want to hear the truth about why the McRib goes away? Have we talked about this? Why sometimes the McRib goes away and sometimes the McRib comes back and they're like, the McRib is back. And we're like, oh, yeah, the McRib, the fake meat shaped like real meat. Have you ever heard the reason why it goes away?
No.
They ran out of, never mind.
So the whole reason that the McRib goes away is the price of pork fluctuates. And so the whole thing is McDonald's tracks the price of pork. And when pork gets too expensive, they're like, nah, we can't make enough money off the McRib because it's just blended up pig. And we're not going to do the McRib. We're saying, oh, the McRib is gone. It's a limited time deal. And then when pork gets cheap enough again, that's when Mr. McDonald is like, buy them all, blend them up, hooves and all. We're bringing the McRib back. So that's what you're getting when you eat the McRib. Blended up pig. Yeah.
Now we gotta get the McDowell's sponsorship now. Well, off the break we go. When we come back, everybody's favorite game, whose cousin is it? And the real crime is these fast food places.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, you guys! Soylent Green, all the good foods, the McMahon sandwich. I wish everyone was in the commercial breaks, but for now, you're not. Welcome back. It's time for everybody's favorite game.
What meat is it?
Whose cousin is it? Koala.
Yeah. What meat is it? Okay. All right. So just a heads up, this one is a little dark. but we're going to go there because we can do that on side dish. Now, a 35-year-old man in England was arrested for murdering his ex-girlfriend, but while police were cuffing him, he started crying, but not about what he did.
Nope, he cried because he's about to miss the biggest game drop of 2026. That's Grand Theft Auto 6. He told cops, and I quote, I'm going to miss GTA.
And they were like, in this case, GTA stands for we're going to arrest you, sir. Get in the back seat. Now, he pleaded guilty and was sentenced to life in prison.
All right, thanks. Whose cousin thought GTA was the real tragedy here? Besides my accent.
Yo, because of the UK of it all, I'm gonna say, like, you know, Tanner's British cousin.
Yeah.
Prince Charles's cousin.
Prince Andrew's cousin.
They do, and I just think it's too. There's a lot of good-looking Jamaican and British mixed guys over there that are fine as hell. There's a lot of Indians there. The love affair of black men in video games. All my girlfriends that have men that they can't get them off the games. They like say at least he's not cheating, but I'm going Headkrack on my cousin.
Really? Because usually it'd be the sports games though. It'd be like Manhattan drop. That's when
GTA, I feel like, is my cousins and other cousins. By the way, Kenny Burwell said that this is Tanner's beans and toast cousin.
Beans and toast.
I've been saying black a lot this Black History Month. Yeah, I need to chill out. I've been blaming it a lot.
We don't win the month if we get the most points, right? Like doing the most crime on whose cousin is it? Like, you know, we want to keep the crime rate low.
He got life in prison though. He did get life.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Gave him life. Lovely Libra 49 said imported Brit.
Yeah,
like
imported Brit.
Lisa
Like
Berger said
Punjabi UK cousin. I am gonna hit it with other cousin. I'm gonna hit it with other cousin. There's a lot. England, it's its own melting pot.
So Indian?
What?
You going?
What is their weapon of choice? I was thinking the saber, but I digress.
Bad Wi-Fi connection.
Tigers.
Move that man. Yo, the whole tiger. Let's go, Robert Richmond. Let's go.
All right. Wow.
Oh, and he crying. He crying for
real.
Oh
man, he's really upset.
You want to play the game. Now you're a character in it.
Wow.
Damn.
I apologize
Robert Richards.
Wow. Somebody said Veggie.
I apologize to the black community. I was wrong again.
I see Bangers and Mash cousin. That's pretty hilarious. Wow.
Yeah.
You could tell he was British because he had that British teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, meaning several missing in the cave.
Wow.
Well, shout out to you crime fighters in the chat. Shout out to everybody. Gina G loves you. Said I won. Congrats to you. And, and can we make an announcement? Go ahead, break it to him, Claudia.
This episode tonight is our 100th episode. Yay!
Hey, 100 episodes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching in the chat. Thank you so much.
100th episode.